What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin Sports with Jake. Hope we're all doing well. So to start off, the Lakers re-signed LeBron James. He got a 2-year deal of $104 million. A player option after this season. So we took a smidge less than the max. He could have gotten 3 years for $163 million. It would have been 3 years. He could have probably, considering LeBron runs the Lakers, I'm sure it would have had a player option after the second year. If I'm doing the math correctly, that's a little bit over $54 million a year. Something like that. But so we took a time lock. He did 2 years for player option after the first, and he did $52 million a year. So we took a smidge less. We took like $1 or $2 million less and one less year on his contract to try and give the Lakers ability some financial flexibility. Still don't know how that's going to help, going from about 54-ish over 3 with player option after the second, and 52 over 2 player option. He's probably going to do, he wants to play with his kids, so play with your Bronny. I think Bryce's eligible to come out next year, so maybe he'll opt in, play 1 year with both of them and then retire, or he'll opt out and sign in maybe a 1-year deal or another 2-year max for a little more money with an opt out. Play your both of them, then maybe you opt out and retire after next year. But I mean, he can't retire soon enough for me. I'm tired of his antics. Anyway, so LeBron has re-signed with the Lakers. No surprise there. He got his head coach. He got his son drafted in the second round. He got everything he wanted. So news came out yesterday that Kemba Walker has officially retired from basketball. Of course, he was in the NBA for a while, and he was playing overseas. And he's officially retired from all levels of basketball. He was a full-time All-Star with the Charlotte Hornets. Of course, he was a legendary guard at UConn. He won a national championship in 2011 with the UConn Huskies. Of course, had some phenomenal years in Charlotte. Kind of fell off the cliff pretty quickly with the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. But that big contract from the Celtics wasn't nearly as good, and he was not very good with the New York Knicks. After the Knicks traded him to the Detroit Pistons, he was bought out right away. He went and played overseas. Didn't have a whole lot of success there, but fortunately, his career kind of went downhill pretty quickly, but overall, he had some really good years in Charlotte. Of course, was phenomenal in college, and known as the step-back crossover king, and so quite a right to retirement for Kemba Walker. But to finish out today, don't have too much to talk about. We're in that dead area of sports where it's just baseball, NFL, training about even started yet, so there's nothing really to talk about there. Basketball just ended, free agency and NBA and NHL takes about a day. So now that whole barrage is over, not much to talk about. So let's talk about this really stupid story. So Jamarcus Russell, of course, he's arguably the biggest bust in the history of the NFL. Was number 1 overall pick about 20 years ago, quarterback by the then Oakland Raiders, and they gave him a $50 million contract or a 6-year, like $50 or $70 million contract. Before the rookie contracts were scaled back like they are now, and he obviously was out of the league in 3 years. He was atrocious. Of course, we all know the blank tape story where team didn't think he was watching film, so they gave him blank tapes, and he came back and said, "Oh yeah, I watched film." I was like, "Well, there's nothing on it, so clearly you're not watching film." He was coaching high school football, and he was just fired by that team. So apparently, there was he supposedly wrote out the team wrote out a $74,000 donation to get the team better equipment and things like that. But Jamarcus Russell stole it and took it for himself. Apparently, whoever was supposed to get the donation, at one point they called him and said, "Hey, where's the money?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll get it to you." Then he just started ghosting them. He wasn't returning their texts and calls. And then they found that he stole the $74,000 for himself, and he got fired. This guy is such a freaking idiot. So look, you already are widely known as maybe the biggest bust in NFL history. The only guy that even compares to you is Ryan Leaf, obviously 2nd overall pick by the Chargers in 1999, picked right after Peyton Manning, and basically, yeah, his career basically was over after a game or two. Off the field issues was off the charges within 2 or 3 years. Was out of the league within a few years. He only recently got himself together. So DeMarcus Russell made the biggest bust ever. I think he may have had more receptions than touchdowns in 3 years. It was horrible off the field issues. Was not a good presence in the locker room. Just pitiful. Now you finally look like gotten your life together. You're coaching high school football. You're still to stay around the game. Now you still a $74,000 donation. Unbelievable! What a freaking idiot! Complete moron. Only other thing that I have to talk about is new home run derby rules. I think they're kind of stupid. Not gonna lie. So obviously back in 2015 we had some drastic changes. It went from it was once you got 10 outs you were done. Then it was like you got 3 rounds. They're each timed. You got 3 minutes and then 2 minutes in the final round. You get a 45-second timeout. You hit 2 over 440 or something like that. I think it is. You get an extra 30 seconds. If you hit 2 over 440, you get the extra 30 on top of that. They continue to make some changes. So the knockout round, which is the first round, it's obviously there's 8 hitters in it, single elimination with 3 rounds. Normally it was always the 1 seed faced the 8 seed 2 versus the 7, and so on, just like like playoff seeding. The seeding used to be determined on the amount of home runs a player had to this point in the regular season. Now it's just 8, every man for himself. 8 guys are going to hit, and the guys with the 4 most amount of home runs in that knockout stage are move on to semifinals, and then they're reseeded with the amount of home runs they hit in that knockout round, not with the amount of home runs they have on the season. 1 through 4, 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3 in the semifinals. If there's a tiebreaker, that'll be determined by whoever had the longest home run. There's also a pitch limit. So the knockout stage, the knockout round and the semifinals are still going to be 3 minutes, but the final will still be 2 minutes. But the first 2 rounds are also going to be 3 minutes or 40 pitches, whichever comes first. This does not include the bonus period, which I'll get to briefly in a second. The finals will still be 2 minutes or 27 pitches, whichever comes first. I don't know how that's filled on 27. So 13 more pitches in a minute. I guess maybe they thought, all right, you're throwing up 13 pitches a minute. Maybe there's some math guy who has the numbers on that. Bonus round. It used to be you get automatically get an extra 30 seconds. If you hit 2 home runs at least 440 feet, you get an additional 30 seconds on top of that. I mean, you got guys, the pitchers are throwing 10 miles an hour from 30 feet away. These guys are the best home run hitters in the league. It's not that hard for them to hit 2 tanks 440 feet when you have 3 minutes to do so. So most of the time they get a full extra minute. Bonus pitches are going to be a little bit different. Instead, it's going to be if you hit a home run at least 420 within the bonus, then the bonus gets extended. No, now you get 3 outs. You get 3 outs. If within the bonus period, before getting 3 outs, you hit a home run at least 425 feet, you get an extra out. So that's a little weird. So it's no longer timed. The bonus used to be timed. It used to be you get an extra 30 seconds, and if that was automatic, but if before bonus round in the regular round, if you got 2 over 440, you got an extra 30 seconds, so that would be a full minute. You say you have a minute just to hit as many as you can. Now it's you get 3 outs, and within that bonus period, if before you get 3 outs, you hit a home run at least 425 feet, you get an extra out. So instead you get 4 outs. So otherwise, everything else is still the same. Each batter gets 1 45-second timeout in the regulation periods. Can't do it during the bonus periods. During the knockout stage, tiebreaker is still the same. It'll be a 60-second swing off. Biggest 16 brawl rounds. If it's still tied, then it'll be a 3 swing offs until there is a winner. So that's the new home run derby rules. I think they're kind of dumb. I kind of like the better when there was 10 outs. You get I would do, or you got 8 guys. Each guy hits, until they get 10 outs. The 4 best home run totals move on, reseed them. from knockout stage for a tiebreaker. Whoever's I would honestly, just do whoever had the longest home run moves on. Then you reseed them in the semifinals. You have them do 1 through 4, 2 through 3, 2 versus 3, 10 outs. If there's a tiebreaker in the semis, do a 60-second swing off. If you're still tied, do 3 swing offs. And then obviously in the finals, whoever has more wins. And if you need a tiebreaker, same thing. Have a swing off for a minute. If you need more, each guy gets 3 swings. So that's been new. Come on, Derby rules. What I got for you guys today. I'm going to take tomorrow off because it is the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July. Have fun. Be safe. Most likely we'll be back on Friday. But until next time, so long. Have a great day.